Yo, guys, it's the Football Den here for the FPL Game Week 35 watch list. And we've got a big one this week, guys. We've got a double game week and a lot of guys to choose from, a lot of permutation combinations to be done. So let's dig right into it. Here we have the two keepers. A surprise one there with Dean Henderson. I didn't expect him to show up here, to be honest. So just guys, you gotta inform me, man. Okay, why do we have Dean Henderson in here?
Okay.
So, just like your surprise, we wanted to surprise our viewers also. Actually, this was a last minute change because we saw his clean sheets and his save percentage. That's a brilliant save percentage, and mainly because we thought he's played only a few games, but then we checked it. He's played 10 games in the PL. So that's a really good save percentage, and he's got 3 clean sheets in the past 6 games. So I feel Villa and Leicester are relatively easy fixtures for him.
Yeah, as of now, the only threat that Aston Villa possesses is Ollie Watkins, and I don't think he will be causing a lot of problems for Dean Henderson in this particular game, considering that our defense has looked much better. I shouldn't say United's defense has looked much better. 3 clean sheets out of the last 5 games, which is good numbers, right? So it was pretty much a no-brainer for us to have him on this goalkeeping shortlist.
Yeah, but I can see that Villa and Leicester both are not short on goals. You can see close to 1.3 for both of them. So do you think that United can keep a clean sheet against Villa, who has been scoring in pretty much every game, and Leicester, who's gunning for the top four?
Well, the save percentage shows that even though he doesn't keep a clean sheet, he will make a few good saves, which will give him points and probably bonus points. I do expect him to keep one clean sheet out of the 2 games at least, but the bonus points and the saves will give him more points. That's what we're banking on for Dean.
Okay, so now that we have the weird choice out of the way, to be honest, let's just get to Guaita. So he is personally, I think I'm going to get him in for this week, especially because this is a double game week and probably the best chance to play your bench boost. So you want to have 2 strong keepers, right? I'm assuming most of you guys have Martinez, or if you've gone for a more expensive Ederson or a Mendy, that's pretty good too. But Guaita, Karan, for the double game week with a bench boost, what do you think about that option?
Well, I've had Goeta in my team ever since he was, I think, for 4.4 or 4.5 mil. He's always been a good backup, and now that he has a double game week with such good fixtures, Sheffield and Southampton both having an expected goals per 90 of less than 1, I think he has to be on your substitute bench or as you're playing goalkeeper if you're not playing your bench boost. And yeah, that save percentage is not very convincing, but I think yeah, with these fixtures lined up, definitely you gotta have him.
Yeah, so with Guaita, we're basically playing the fixtures, not so much how Crystal Palace will do on the field itself, but we are hoping that at least one of them gives you a clean sheet, right?
Yep.
So now that we have the goalkeepers out of the way, let's go to the defenders. Okay, so I see all 2 of them have a double game week, and Trent, even he can convert a single game week into a double game week.
Yep.
So you've always got that potential there. So with Luke Shaw, are we expecting the Leicester game to be replaced by the Liverpool game?
Yeah, so the Leicester game won't be replaced by the Liverpool game. From what I've heard, United will have a double game week in this game week and Liverpool to play in the next game week, where Liverpool will have a double game week in game week 36 and a single game in this game week. That's what I've heard, but that's unconfirmed news. But either way,
Wow.
over the course of the
That'll be
next 2 game weeks,
good.
both these teams will have a double game week.
That'll be sick, man. Especially having Trent in a double game week. Oh my! I don't even want to get into his numbers here.
Yeah.
Two assists, 1 goal for a defender, that too. And with such numbers comes great bonus points. So the potential is there. We all know it. And a double game week is just gonna be a cherry on top. So you want to be making place for Trent, guys. Maybe sacrifice a midfielder there. I don't know. Do your thing, but I think yeah, making place for Trent is the right choice here. And as well as Castagna here. Castagna's got one good game for sure. The United game is a bit dicey, but this dude also gives attacking returns. One goal, one assist. Are you fancying him, Karan?
I already have all these three defenders in my team actually. So I'm kind of banking on all of them to fire all guns blazing. Castagna, yes, Newcastle is a good game. United is a difficult one, but I am kind of hoping for a nil-all draw there. So both these players will give me points. But yeah, good goals plus assists over the last 5 game weeks. So he's a good pick.
Right, and then finally Luke Shaw. I can imagine the reason we've gone for him is again the potential of clean sheet. He hasn't done too much going forward for the past few game weeks. Where do you think the potential lies there? Because against a Leicester side who do love to attack, I think Luke Shaw might just get those chances.
Well, yeah, he has been getting those chances actually. It's just that the balls that he's putting in, there's no one in the middle to convert them. But with the likes of Cavani back in the team, I think there will be a lot more chances that will be converted that are created by Luke. I'm banking on him to give me at least double figure returns over this game week.
Wow, double figures. To be honest, I would even have kept him in the Liverpool game because we all know how much United loves a nil-all.
Yep.
So I think going forward in the next week as well, that was one of the worries, right, guys? So we wouldn't be able to play certain players in the game week 36 because of the lack of fixtures. But yeah, that also solves the game week 36 problem. So Luke Shaw, double hit, I guess.
Yep. Moving on to the midfielders, we have three, I would say, common picks, except for Mason Mount, maybe not so common. But Bruno and Son, you have to have them, right? I mean, Son, you saw against Southampton. Okay, Gareth Bale got a hat trick, but Son had a goal disallowed, which means that he did score 2 goals actually. So, would you have
Only
Son in
had
your
we had
team?
counted the disallowed goals.
Yep.
So you guys actually had been gunning for Son to get out of everyone's teams, and this now you basically can't ignore him. We saw what Kane did actually in that game, and Karan, you particularly was very disappointed with the way he played. He looked disinterested,
Yep.
and we saw Son with heaps of energy trying to make things happen. Is it shifting? Is the focus shifting from Kane to Son for you now?
Yeah, I would say so. He has been doing well in the past few games, actually. I did overlook him because of his shenanigans versus United, but now that I'm over it, I think he is back on my radar. Like you mentioned, Kane looked disheartened in the game against Sheffield United, sorry, and
Yeah.
he didn't look like he was hungry for those goals anymore, or he wanted to play for that team, and that was really disappointing to watch. I will hold on to him for another game week to see if that continues, but Son is definitely a good shout.
And coming to Mason Mount now. I think this can be a little controversial, but not too controversial considering how much he's been contributing to Chelsea's performances. So he is basically become, like the Bruno of Chelsea, where you might not see him throughout the game, pulling off crazy things, but he is the one through which things are happening. So he's giving assists, he's scoring goals, he's become a sure starter now. And I think depending on the way the game goes against Madrid tonight, we can probably see more or less of Mount. I'm still hoping it would be more because no matter what, I don't think these guys are winning the Champions League. So that top first spot is going to be pivotal. It's going to be pivotal to get that spot, right? So he is the one who is going to be there on that team sheet. I think the first name. So I think that's a safe choice, as well as his numbers: 1 goal, 2 assists. I mean, for that price point, Pathare, do you think people should definitely get him in?
So I wouldn't say it's a definite. Like, if I'm looking at Mount for this game week, I would look at him more like a one-game perspective. Because even though he's playing a double game week, the other game is City. So City, we know they have a fantastic record so far. They've been defensively sound as well. I think they've just given 3 goals in the past 6 game weeks. I know Mount has been creating quite a while, but I don't think he's faced a team like City till now. So definitely that will come into play, and like I would look at him more from a 1 game perspective if you're looking to buy him, for which he's decent at that price, not great.
What, what do you mean he hasn't faced a team like City, man? They've already
No,
beaten City in the FA Cup and they faced them before. I think they beat
well,
them
not
in the
exactly.
league as well, didn't they? Didn't they beat City in the league?
No, I'm not sure. I don't think that was under Tuchel, but they did beat City in the FA Cup 1-0. So I wouldn't say that Mount is not proven against City and all of that. And considering that City have almost won the Premier League, I don't think they would be.
Might just go easy, do you think? Bro, they won that win. They
No,
won
I
that
don't
win
think.
as soon as possible.
And I think they wanted with that gap because that's what makes it bigger.
So, well, I mean, if they're going to come out all guns blazing, that definitely gives Chelsea attackers to do their thing. Let's just move to Bruno. This boy hasn't popped up in here for quite some time.
Actually, he's not even popped up once.
Yeah, so it's good to see him here. To be honest, I think people had stopped believing in Bruno. Fantastic performance in the Europa League. I mean, I was just hoping, when I woke up, I was like, I wish this was a Premier League game, man.
2 goals, 2 assists.
But yeah, is he a must-have for this double game week?
Well,
Karan.
you're gonna miss out on him if you don't have him, because when he racks those numbers up, they're either like too big to miss out, or like just too bad and you don't want to have him in your team at all. But I think this game week is favorable for him. Aston Villa and Leicester City. He has proven that he likes Leicester as an opponent, so I'd definitely have him in for that game. And Aston Villa, well, they have been decent attacking wise, but defensively they haven't been that great. They've conceded almost 1.5 goal per game. So yeah, Bruno is a must-have for me, I would say.
And it's kind of weird saying that, because I just looked over his numbers again, and that's terrible for someone who's worth 11.5. I mean, people must be thinking, how can we even make an argument for this dude? But this one, I think this choice is more based on the sentiment than the numbers, and the sentiment comes from experience, I guess, because we have seen him just pop off in a game giving you 15 points, and even if he gives you 2 points in one of the other games, you still have 17 there. So I think, yeah, I would definitely take a punt on him. In case
I
you,
mean, it's not a punt. It's I think more like you said, the decision is not based on stats, but more based on watching his games. Because even though he hasn't been returning so far until Roma's game, he definitely has been creating those chances. Just bad luck that no one's getting on the end of them so far. And we saw previously before this dry spell that he was getting in numbers consistently. So I think he's going to come back again.
Yep.
well, we sure hope so. And let's just move to the forwards now. We've got Edinson. Oh, that's a United player in every position, you biased motherfuckers. Come on, Parhare, I know this Edinson Cavani is your choice.
Yeah, it is. So definitely I picked him because United have only 2 obvious striker options, and both of them are playing either as subs or starters. It's Greenwood and Cavani. And we saw Cavani, he's been in great form recently. Even like when you watch his games, there's that excitement. He's either creating or he's getting on, and he's got that basic experience of a striker, which I think Greenwood lacks. So I feel he'll be the preferred striker choice, given that we need to finish strong at the end of the season.
Yeah, I think I'd back him on that. Cavani, I think he will be a sure starter in the Premier League at least. But then again, Martial is back from injury, is what I've heard. I don't think he will start straight back from injury. Cavani will mostly play both these games. I'm not sure whether he'll play a full 90 in both games, but his
I had to think
involvement,
that.
yeah, his involvement just for one half would be more than enough for him to rack up some
Yeah, man.
points.
Look at those goals per shot on target, man, and that's throughout the season, dude. 0.62. That means he scores 2 out of 3. That's amazing, man. That's amazing. Um, and you're talking about people coming back from injury, and here's one. Also getting on the score sheet, we've got DCL back in the mix. So guys, Everton with two, I think, decent fixtures. Not too bad, but not too great either. They're playing West Ham and they're playing Villa. West Ham definitely gunning for top four. We know, as usual, all these sides who are gunning for top four are coming out of the gates. They are attacking the opposition, and I think these guys can actually make some use of that. And DCL, all he needs is that one scrappy chance, and he gets at the end of it. So my only concern here is he just come back. He played a game, he scored a goal. That's pretty good, but I don't know if we can rely on him consistently. So if you're getting him in, are you doing it for this game week or are you looking to keep him?
I think with DCL, I think Everton has favorable fixtures even after the double game week. That's one of the reasons that he's actually considered in the watch list, and he has been their only out and out striker. So there are a lot of balls being fed to him from all sides. There is Digne, there's Sigurdsson, there is Richarlison, all of them feeding balls to this one man. So if he can just take a few of those chances, he is definitely a good pick, not only for this game week, but for the remainder of the season.
See, the problem with DCL is two things. First of all, he's lacking the consistency he had at the beginning of the season. And the second is now James is gone, who was the major creator for them. So how do you think he's going to perform in these two situations?
Like before we started recording this, I think you and I had a conversation where we should get Sigurdsson in the watch list
Yep.
instead of since James is out and all of that. So like I said, Digne, Sigurdsson, Richarlison, those three are the primary creators for him. And even if there aren't many creators from open play, he's still a threat from crosses or even corners. So I think that's a no-brainer. If you don't have him at 7.5 million, like considering the form that Bamford and other not so premium strikers are in, he's a good shout out. Okay, Amber has frozen there, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk about Watkins here. Uh, so this
Cool.
is
So
actually
finally we have the
yeah.
yeah.
So Watkins is our
We've
final
got
pick,
Ollie,
and
yes, Ollie Watkins. Guys, this guy has been pushing and shoving and I don't know, just muscling his way through goals. It's pretty amazing to watch, but very sad when he's not on your team. I haven't had him for quite a while now, and he's punished me. He's punished me good, man. This guy, I can see him to be, one of those guys who can get goals out of nothing. Like he is getting on end of things that I would never imagine. So he's basically creating the goals for himself. So I don't know, even without the without the supply, without the chances being created for him, he's able to do that. He's definitely someone you want to have in your team as an extra, that guy who can surprise you at any point. So is he the reason he's here? Because I don't see the fixtures being too favorable for him.
like the only reason he's here for me is that he provide like you said, he provides that X factor, one, and two, because he has a double game week. Other than that, his numbers have been convincing over the past few game weeks, and they have played some really difficult teams. I won't say they've had an easy run of fixtures, so that is also a plus. I would say they have played good teams prior to this game, and they are playing good teams in this particular game week. So he has shown that he can perform against the big teams, and the X factor just is a bonus.
So, like I said previously, also, I think same with Ollie Watkins and many of the players for this game week. It's like a dilemma. Most of these players, even though they're playing double game weeks, they have only one favorable fixture for them. Like out here, I would see Ollie Watkins get a chance against Everton, but I feel it's a little more difficult against current United. So I think that's the major dilemma for the double game week. Like even though there are so many teams playing double game weeks, it's very hard to pick players based on two games.
Yeah, I mean, he has performed over the last five, so I don't think that there'll be a problem with that. But yeah, I think any other striker in that price bracket or having a double game week wouldn't do justice, as much justice as Watkins would do for this particular game week, and that's probably the only reason that he is in this particular list. Is there anything you'd like to add, Pathare? Is there any other player that you're considering other than these players that we've just discussed?
Okay, so actually, we were supposed to get Zaha on this watch list, but the main reason we have not added him is because he supposedly has a groin injury. So if he's out because of that, he's not a good shout. But other than that, he's playing Sheffield and Southampton. He's looking to get in a new contract from another club, so he definitely has to show his performance. And as per stats, he's got I think. One shot or something in 104 minutes, which is he's in the top five basically. Not one shot. It's I think one goal involvement. It's some key stat basically in which he's in the top five attackers.
Real professional, my friend. Real professional. I like it.
I'm sorry.
Amber, is there any other player that you are considering outside the watch list?
I did think of Luca Dean. I don't know if you like Dean, Dinier, whatever. But yeah, I think his defensive side may not be there, but that's not really his fault. I mean, Everton is Everton. I'm very jealous of fucking these defenders giving you points for assists and goals, man. I don't know because every time they do that, you definitely get bonus for those
Yeah.
performances, right?
Yeah.
So even if you've been shit the entire game, you get 3 points as an assist. There you go, 1, 2, 3 bonus. So it doesn't matter really. When your defenders are giving you attacking returns, I think it's way more like the worth is more than obviously just a clean sheet. So yeah, I think Luka Dean is someone to consider because of the double game week, and as you said, Everton fixtures are going ahead are pretty decent. So yeah, Luka Dean.
I think
It was
I think
per
there are
big chance. It was per big chance. I remember now. It was per big chance.
Okay, you just looked that up, didn't you?
No, I swear I didn't. He's I think third or fourth on the list.
Okay, so there are two players that I'm actually considering for this game week. Bale and Salah. Not this particular game week, maybe the next one. I'm not so sure. Bale because he put in a brilliant performance, and Salah because he has a favorable run of fixtures for the rest of the season. Do you guys
And
think
because you're a chump to not have him yet.
I'm
Salah
okay?
was my shout. Shut up.
Whatever. Either way, so Bale and Salah, these are the two players that I'm considering. Maybe not for this game week, but for the next. Depending on when the new fixture list comes out and who's blanking and who's not in the next one.
I mean, since you've touched on it, I feel Salah's a good shout for this game week also because he's playing Southampton, a depleted Southampton. There's no Danny Ings, who's their major attacking threat, and there's no Yannick Vestergaard, who's their major defender. So definitely, this guy will have a good time. I feel at Southampton.
Well, that's that, and I think just look forward for our team reveal video. We'll be doing it shortly because we didn't cover it over the week. So that's that, and like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Press the bell icon, and we'll see you on the next one.